everyone, welcome back once again to Supermarket Simulator. I am back to this game again. I love it so much. Hopefully I can do a slightly longer video today. I said that last time and then Cosmos is being really needy, but right now he is asleep hanging out on, that is not the key I meant to press. He is currently asleep on the couch in my jacket, so he seems cozy and happy, so I feel like I can try and get some of this recording done. Alright. Perfect. We need to get these boxes dealt with before we do anything else. So, we are almost out of pears. That's not good. Close to being out of those, close to being out of these. Why is it always the watermelons? It's because they don't stack densely. We have a lot of mushrooms, but they're cheap today, so I'm gonna buy 2. We really don't have enough of those. Okay. Or those. They have some of those. Okay. Almost out of those, not those. Ah, we're getting low. Same here. Okay. We're getting low on both of those, so I'll get a little more of each. Okay, we have an okay amount of that, and that. We have enough of those, they're just not stocked up for some reason. Okay. I feel like the dishwasher tablet stuff, it always sneaks up on me when I'm out of it, so probably good to get more. Definitely don't need those. Or those. Okay, definitely don't need any of those. Alright. Everything's good. We can open the store now. I will actually help with things because I feel like that's the responsible store owner thing to do. But by help with things, I mean just fling them into the nearest door to the storage area, because my employees are kind of more in charge of the organization at this point. Did they get the coffee on the shelf? That's the important question. They did. Good job. I think they tend to prioritize the thing that's the most out, which is good. Also, I am still being very helpful by getting this in here because it means front of this bag looks different. It's fancier now. It's got a coffee cup on it. Anyway, it is helpful because it's getting all their stuff in, and then they don't have to walk out and back to get all the stuff. They can just go into the storage room. Except they, for some reason, walk out of that door around... Well, I guess if he was stocking the drinks, that is kind of closer to just walking out and around. But, still. Alright. We have stocked up so thoroughly. We're doing great. Let me actually check on the peanut butter. Ah. Nope. There's so many people in suits today. I'm happy that I bought a lot of coffee because that's a pretty expensive thing to restock. But now that I got multiple boxes, I shouldn't have to buy more of it for a little while, which is pretty good. Ooh, we got an empty box. What about the French fries? There we go. There's already a partially opened box. It's fine. They'll deal with it. It's chaos. Getting my steps in for the day, just running back and forth. When I worked in a store, it was a small store, so I didn't get a lot of steps in. But like this, I'm just going back and forth all over the place. I'm gonna be so fit. Plus, I sell so many healthy produces and healthy pasta and soda and candy and chocolate. Although, as we have established, and by we I mean my sister and I, chocolate comes from a plant, which means it's either a fruit or a vegetable, so. Vanilla too, if you prefer vanilla. Vanilla is a bean, which is technically also a vegetable. I actually have no idea what the actual vanilla beans classification of fruit or vegetable is, but you can make that argument. It's a bean. Also, I'm not gonna boost anyone today. I've been boosting people a lot recently, and it is just wasting my money when they should be doing their job on time anyway. And I just need them to get stuff done. Like, they seem to be getting stuff done slowly, but I'm not gonna give them extra incentive when they're kind of doing an underperforming job. Anyway, look, the levitating box is back. I should turn the lights on. There's another empty box. Looks so much nicer with lights. Also, I earned so much today, and it's not even over. There's still more day left. I should turn the lights in here. I never turn on the light for them. Alright. Thing goes in there. I should see if they need more. Like 1. Okay. Let's check on the soap situation. We actually do need to get more in there. That will keep them from having to do it. Now the question is, are we actually running out of these? No, we're not. I don't think. Which means that people... Zucchinis, maybe. But I think it means that they're just being slow. Although pineapples... Oh, we are. There we go. What about potatoes? We could probably use some more. I feel like we can always use more potatoes. Potatoes are important. Those we're almost out of. That's not good. Just getting started on the inventory already, because why not? I'm getting a little low on those. That's probably not ideal. What about these? Also low. People are not buying very much cheese today, I feel like. Okay. Cart is full. Okay. Well, I've gotten through quite a bit of inventory, which will save me a lot of time tomorrow. But these guys need to hurry up. And of course, I'm not going to actually help them hurry up. I'm just going to stand there and observe how slow they are. I wish there was a way to, like, I talked about before, if there was a way to have a setting where you kind of keep them constantly boosted and maybe have an option where, if you have a lot of money, you can kind of toggle that on and off. And I feel like it would also be good if there was a way to, like, maybe instead of that, if you level up your employees, so, like, at first, they're working there, they're like, I just got this job, like, I kind of hate this job, it sucks, but it's what I can get, it pays for whatever I need to pay for, like, I'll do the minimum. But then, as they continue to work and ideally build sort of a relationship with me, they will be like, oh, you're actually kind of a cool person to work for, and this store is such an important place to the people of this community, and maybe we will actually put in the effort. And I feel like that would be potentially beneficial if there was a way to, I don't know, like, necessarily how it would happen, but if there was a way to maybe, like, you pay for them to get faster or something. Like maybe it's kind of like in Stardew Valley, you have sort of the friendship system, and once you become friends with people, they do stuff for you, like send you gifts or recipes or things like that. Maybe there's like a system where your employees get more loyal to you over time, and then as they do, maybe they put in more effort more quickly or something, because they are slow. And I'm going to very slowly take my time to reprice everything and make sure it's all good, and then look at upgrades and licenses and all that to kind of stall for them, because they are being quite slow right now. Ooh, yay. I love when prices go up on stuff I don't have to buy more of. That's great. Alright, we need to look at... Okay. Now the question is... do we get into more debt? I kind of don't want to, but at the same time, I kind of do. I'm gonna actually check something in the settings, because, okay, so you can enable shoplifters, but that's the only one. Okay. I was checking to see if the game had a way to turn on and off the cleaning, because in someone else's gameplay that I was watching, I don't know if they just always edit around it, but I have never once seen them clean the floor, and I've never once seen them even have a dirty spot on the floor noticeably. And I was not sure whether that was maybe because of if potentially they were playing an older version of the game before that came in, but then they played during an update that I had also seen personally, that it seemed like there should have been cleaning. I don't know, but if I didn't have to pay extra wages for someone to clean, that would be great, because the whole cleaning dynamic doesn't really add anything for me. Like, I don't hate it now that I don't have to do it myself. It's not a super strong inconvenience. I just, for the most part, ignore all of that. But if I am paying so many people to work, it's kind of inconvenient. I also wish there was a way... I'm not really sure in this game what causes more customers. Like, I know that as your store levels up and expands, you get more customers, but I don't know if it's, okay, the store is this size physically, this is how many customers will come every day. I don't know if it's, okay, the store has these licenses and this many products, this is how many people are going to come today. I don't know if it's, this store is level 40, this many people come today. Because if more people come in, if I were to upgrade and buy more licenses, and I knew kind of what the cause was to get that to happen, I might be more more motivated to take another loan to do that. This one looks different too. They're making a lot of these designs more like they have the actual picture of what it is now. Like they have the picture of the coffee and they have the like peanuts there and we have the flour there, and the attention to detail in a lot of this stuff is really good. I am going to open for the day. I think I've got things stocked up okay enough that I can open. Okay, why are those not stocked up? That's the question. Look at this mess of boxes. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the fact that they are not getting products on the shelf, because obviously they should be able to find everything in the chaos. That's why I hired them. It's literally in their programming to know where things are. This mess should have no effect on their ability to function and do their jobs correctly and in a timely manner. And I sound like a job application. I have to work on writing 2 resumes, 2 styles of the same resume, and then I also theoretically should write a resume about a different aspect of what I do in that field. And then I should write a resume theoretically for my completely different major, which is a lot of things. But the assignment I actually have is just 2 types of resume. But I also know that I theoretically should be better about many types. Why is there... Is this because they're slow or because we're running out? Okay, it's because they're slow. I hate writing resumes. I don't know why. Like, it's not necessarily a difficult thing to do. I just don't like it because I find it stressful having to keep it within a really specific length that it can be. Like, you have to fit it on 1 page. You have to use the correct formatting. I always second guess all the formatting and then I get nervous about it. And in a lot of cases when I have to work on a resume too, it's like I get so... I don't even know what the right word is. It's kind of too much, even if it's just like, oh, write 1 resume. It's the idea of what I need a resume for that makes it difficult too. Because it's like, oh, this has kind of like high stakes attached to it about, you know, like getting work or something like that. And I don't like the... As an autistic person, I cannot make phone calls. It is something that a lot of people have said, oh, just practice and it will get better. It doesn't. If I make a single phone call, I cannot function or do anything for, like, days afterwards. Like, not an exaggeration. If I had made a phone call today I managed to do the dishes, do some of my homework, pay some taxes, record 2 videos today. I went to my class. I did some cleaning. I put away all my laundry that I had cleaned and hadn't folded and put away. And then I I did another batch of laundry that I have to still put on my drying rack after this video. So, for perspective, today was actually a pretty productive day for me. I was able to actually function relatively well today. If I had made a phone call today, all of that would have completely ended. Like, I would have made the phone call and I would be in bed right now, not able to get out of bed. And I probably wouldn't get out of bed for the next 3 days. Like, that might sound like an exaggeration or me being dramatic, but phone calls are the worst thing for me as an autistic person. And whenever I have to put a person's contact information on a resume, it's always so stressful to me because it's like, what if they don't want to be contacted? And I have to contact them to check, which I do because I don't want to, like, spring it on them that they're going to possibly be getting contacted, because I know that if that was me, it would be so stressful. If I just randomly got asked about a person out of the nowhere, and I think it's just polite to ask a person before you list them and their contact information as anything. I mean, I feel like if it's your parents as, like, an emergency contact or something, it's like, I would assume they'd be fine with it. But, you know, like, it's stressful because it's like, do I have to call them? Will they email me? What if they don't reply? I hate that part. I hate the social part of the making a resume. Because it's like, why won't it let me? There we go. It's like, I can't put a person's phone number because I know that if someone phone called me, it would be really traumatic. Like, I can't do that to someone else. And then I have to remind myself, not everyone's autistic. And even among autistic people, I know someone who is autistic who can make phone calls really well. Like, I think most people would agree having to call, like, a bank or something like that is not fun, but she can do it and then continue with her day, maybe a little bit like, oh, that was awful, or something. But I cannot. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why phone calls are so bad, but get out of my face. I hate that when he goes in my face. But yeah, phone calls are so annoying. I am in this person's face and I don't like it. Yeah, like, I feel like it's not something that I feel like is talked about all that often in any of the books that I've been reading about autism, trying to educate myself. Like, there's a lot that mention a lot of different things that can be challenges, and I feel like occasionally phone calls are brought up, but it's often, like, I don't want to say minimized or downplayed, because it isn't that, because I don't think they are trying to make it less than it is, but I've never once in any of those sources seen it described as a thing that is as severe as it is for me. Okay, the Parmesan's too expensive. Let's see. Oh. No, that's not too expensive. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. But yes. Like, I don't know why I just got on an autism tangent. Again, I feel like I kind of do that a lot. But also, it's stressful trying to have to put down other people's contact information. Because I feel guilty for giving people people's phone number, even if the person consents to me putting it on their resume, and I'm sure they'd be happy to support my career endeavors by being a resource to sort of attest to my skills or abilities or personality or whatever they ask about. But also, these guys are actually throwing away quite a few empty boxes today. This is still really fun in here. But they are getting stuff done, which is good. What are we low on? That I can grab within reach here. There we go. Let's see about this. Actually, that's something we really needed. Let's see this one. Oh yeah. People bought a lot of soda today. I feel like these guys have either been really on top of the restocking or people haven't been buying as much soda recently. Because I feel like this shelf is always full. But today, what is this? Oh, that's the emptier one. We should go with this first. And then we should just throw it toward the door next. Good job. Get rid of my mess of boxes that I'm throwing on the ground for you. But also, it's for a good purpose. Because I'm working very hard to make sure that we have all of our stuff we need. Okay, I'm going to actually start the next day. What makes the customer number increase is the question. Okay, I have had a good amount of income today. Let's price things. Ooh, that's cheap today. I could stock up technically. We'll see how much I have. I think I might actually have a lot. Okay, these I should probably stock up on. All right. Problem that I'm having right now is that I have suddenly become completely overwhelmed with the urge for instant gratification of taking more loans and buying more stuff. So we are gonna do that. And this could be something that I regret quickly, or this could be not something that I regret. But I've desperately wanted this shelving situation to be better. I want this box out of the way. I want to get new things in here. I want to make my layout better. There's just so many reasons that I've wanted this. So yes, instant gratification wins over logically, intelligently saving up without buying another loan. However, okay, well those just teleported onto here, but that's okay. Yeah. I do need to definitely move stuff around because this is... These are so mismatched. Okay. I kind of want to rearrange my whole store, but I know that now is not the correct time for that. I have a lot of other things that I need to do that is not that. Which ones of these? Let's do this one. Oh, that looks like it should fit there. Oh no. Okay. I know that that's really lopsided and kind of awful. Okay. These are temporary. All of this is temporary. There we go. Okay. And then we move this here. And then... Okay. I have a crazy idea, but it just might work. If I were to okay, that won't quite work, but that's okay because this is not where this is not where I want this eventually. I'm gonna put that there. Okay. Because what I need to have happen here is I need those need way too much space. These detectory things. Okay. We have some serious stuff to do, and first of all, thematically, I hate this. This is not... It's not good to go next to that one. Okay. These shelves are not even. Still not even. Okay, but that's... Oh well. Okay, we moved the freezers temporarily as well because this is not... This is all not correct. This is all not the final place for any of this. But what we do need to do is get things kinda together. And then we need to get these just out of the way right now. This is also giving them plenty of time to restock things, which is really good, because that is definitely something that they need to be doing. Market. I need to actually double check the license. So this is I believe that a lot of this is fridge, but I need to check if any is freezer or shelf. Okay. Fridge, 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 fridge. So I will need more fridges. Which also means that I will need more loan. I'm gonna have to take every loan. But that one can be the lowest, and I'll try to pay it off early really fast. Okay. So, now that that's done, we check on the guys are done. Have they actually? Whoa. Nice work. Good job. My rearranging has taken longer than I maybe planned for it to. Okay, but we're going to not have any of you work because I don't want any of you taking my boxes away. But then we are going to order those. And theoretically, I could have ordered more things at that moment, but I really just need to prioritize these, make sure that these are all where they need to be, and then I will move on to the other things. Okay. Gotta get our fridges in. Also, yes, I do have still some empty spots in some of the other fridges, but thematically none of these go with those, and I feel like I need to get things kind of together. Okay, we're gonna put those there. I also have not priced these, so that's an important thing that I need to make sure that I do. But also, I think a lot of these sell for quite a bit, so they're also popular. So hopefully that is a good sign. These guys don't stack densely, but they are very expensive. They also are very large, so the boxes, again, are not the most efficient. Where are my little ones? Here they are. Got little sushi trays. Okay. And then we can get some salmon. This is another one that stacks so satisfyingly. I don't know why the salmon is so flat. These guys are satisfying, though. Nope, that needs to go in here. So this is kind of our... Ooh, you know what? Actually, hang on. This is all wrong. This is completely wrong. Because... Okay. I need to do that for a second, because sushi is fish, obviously, and if we're gonna have salmon, the salmon needs to be with the sushi, because there's, what the heck do you mean there's product? Why is there product? That's not the thing. This is what I clicked. Why? There's none. What are you talking about? Okay. Back to what I was saying. The salmon has to go with the sushi because it doesn't make sense for the... whatever these are, I think beef or lamb or something, to be next to the sushi and then have it go back to fish. It has to be all the fish together. That's the only way it makes logical sense. And as I get more things to put in here, the logical sense will continue to be logical sense, but for now... that's somehow stacked. Okay. Alright. And then we remove that label, and then we put, not that, this one, all the salmon back. Where are the others, is my question. The floor ate them, apparently. That's not ideal. That's not correct at all, but I don't know what to do about that. Okay. These stack in such satisfying ways. Alright. Also, I have no idea what either of these are. This looks like lasagna, but it's called moussaka. And these are in French. But they're packaged a little similarly. I think these have seafood in them based on their appearance. So they can be up by the sushi. I don't know what the heck that is. But, alright, and then we have this, which looks kind of like lasagna. It doesn't look completely like lasagna, though. So I have no idea what it is. I have no idea... I've never even heard of that as a dish, so... Okay, this is what I meant. These are super expensive, and I love it. Market price is that, so we're gonna do That's not what we're gonna do. 25, 60. These are gonna be 21, 10. Also, these are gonna actually be 65. Those are really expensive to keep stocked as well, and they don't come in large boxes, so we cannot let them take advantage. A lot of these things, that's how grammar works. Very, very expensive things, so I get to charge a lot more, but they also will be a lot more to keep in stock. Okay, and then we have 3, 70, and finally, whatever this is really expensive. I'll do a 14 exactly. And then here we have, let's see, okay. No. That doesn't make sense. This also doesn't exactly make sense, but this makes more sense than the other to be the one that is here. There we go. And we now have this nice little area, and now we have to deal with this area. Okay, so I think that we can just make a little, it's gonna be completely in the way of the checkout line though. Okay, no, we're gonna flip these. We're gonna go this way with them. I don't know why that was not working until now, but okay. We're gonna flip these, go here with them. Okay, now you still have a walkway, but you got your frozen stuff. They should be able to get behind that, I feel like, logically. Okay, and then we put these here. And then this one right there. And then this one, we can put this one right there. So we've got kind of like this little section for produce and then section for shelf things, and then we'll continue sort of this little area and start to wall it in. We've got this area, it's all walkway, nice walkway. Why are there not enough of those? I mean, eventually there will be, but and then those are both, I have them on the shelf. Okay, and these people can start to work again. That's the other very, very important essential thing to do. Okay. And then we have our lovely loans, which I'm going to pay off as fast as humanly possible. So everyone is required legally to come in and buy everything. All the expensive things. Person. It is much nicer to be able to see things this way, I think. It's kind of harder over here, but for the most part, this is pretty good. But yeah, like, ordering more of this is so expensive. This one, $317 for just ordering one of them. I don't know what that guy was upset about, but all of those are perfect. Okay. I know that was a small order to the person who's very concerned about the fact that I sometimes order only a couple things at once and it increases the delivery cost. But I don't need to make a big order today, and I just need to make sure that I don't run out of these things, so therefore I had to make a smaller order, which ultimately saved me money because I didn't waste money buying a ton of extra things that I don't want to buy today. Now the challenge will be remembering where in my store what shelves are. Okay. I'm prepared as soon as I get that amount. I'm paying off this loan, then I only have 2 loans left. This is not smart financially. Don't do this, anyone else who's watching this. If you're questioning whether or not to take out loans in this way, don't do it in real life. This is not responsible. This is bad decisions. Okay. This is definitely not smart decisions, but oh well. Okay. My workers are working correctly, which is nice, and I appreciate that. I'll actually go through the effort of putting things on the shelves for you. Okay. We've got label stuff to do, which is fun. I wish I could look around while doing it still, but it's satisfying. People are buying lots of produce, which is always nice to see. Why do I not have lemons? I feel like I should have lemons. Also kiwis. Okay. I had a chance and I happened to get the lemons when I tried. That was satisfying. Okay. Yeah, this time I just left my empty box in the middle of the floor. Partially because I was checking if it was empty, and partially because I was lazy and doing other things. But I threw away that one, so. Let's see. Perfect. I'm getting rid of another box. Alright. Yep. Let's see. This is so satisfying. I don't know what it is about this game, but it is so satisfying to me in an addicting way that I cannot explain. And I play this on my own, on my other Steam account. I play this on my YouTube Steam account, obviously, for these recordings. I am just completely obsessed with this game, and I don't even know why. Like, it's fun, but something about it is just so satisfying in a way that I can't explain. And I feel like it's kind of similar to, sort of to how I got really strongly into Slime Rancher for a while, and I still really love that game. And I for sure am going to, ooh, people have been buying the sushi. I for sure am going to be playing more Slime Rancher because it's very fun. I haven't gotten around to it in a little while, and I'm very sad about it. But, like, that game is just so much fun. I should turn the light on in here for them. It's so much nicer. You can see now. But something about Slime Rancher is just so, so enjoyable, and, like, the way that it is, it's so cute, and in a way that makes it, I'm getting distracted by lights. In a way that makes it, like, fun in itself and addicting in itself, but there's also something that just really satisfying about it in addition to it being so fun and cute and everything. And this game, I definitely would not call this game cute, but I do feel like there's kind of a similar thing happening with the satisfying aspect, that I definitely, it keeps me wanting to play more, even though in terms of, like, the actual gameplay, you pretty much do the same thing over and over. I want to get my store to be the best store. I want to make it bigger and get more licenses and see all the products, and I want to rearrange my whole store so that the shelving makes sense logically and things are next to each other eventually. Like, all of that I really want to do, and so I just, oh, it's so fun. It's so hard to stop playing this game. I just want to play all of it all the time, which is a little dangerous because I do have academics and trying to go to bed at reasonable times and all that, but yes, this game is so much fun. And I just love it, and my last customer has just left for the day, so. Alright. Products not found 1. What the heck was not found? I don't know. Everything should have been found. Oh well. I think I am going to actually leave this here for now, because I've been playing, I think, for about an hour. I haven't really been keeping track, but I had so much fun. I'm really, really satisfied with getting this last upgrade, even though I'm in debt again, and that's not exactly what I was going for, but I got a new license, and my store's bigger, and I have more fridges, so I can't really complain also, because it was my own idea and my own actions, so I can't complain, but thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!